Target hardening your home: how environmental design stops crime before it starts. When people think about preventing burglary, they usually think about alarms, cameras, or calling the police after something happens. But criminology teaches us something far more powerful. Most crime is opportunistic, and if opportunity disappears, crime often disappears with it. Today, we're going to talk about target hardening your home using two evidence-based criminological perspectives: situational crime prevention and crime prevention through environmental design, often called CPTED. This is not about fear. It's about designing environments that send the message that this isn't worth it. Let's review the criminological foundation. Situational crime prevention focuses on reducing opportunities for crime by increasing effort, increasing risk, and reducing rewards. It doesn't assume criminals are irrational, and it assumes they're making quick cost-benefit decisions. CPTED builds on this idea by emphasizing how physical environments influence behavior. Homes, streets, lighting, visibility, and layout all shape whether a place feels easy or risky to offend in. And the key idea is simple: crime happens when motivation meets opportunity in the absence of guardianship. Target hardening disrupts that equation. The first step to take here is to increase the effort required to enter your home. Most residential burglaries are not elaborate operations. They are fast, quiet, and designed to avoid attention. So the first goal is to make entry annoying. Solid core doors instead of hollow ones. Reinforced door frames and strike plates. Deadbolts with at least a 1-inch throw. Window locks, especially on ground level and rear windows. These measures don't make a home impenetrable. They make it take longer, and time is the enemy of burglars. Criminological studies consistently show that when entry becomes difficult, offenders often move on to the next house. The next step is to increase the risk of detection. Burglars fear being seen, not necessarily being caught later. This is where visibility and lighting matter more than technology. Lighting measures include adding motion-activated lights near entry points, using consistent exterior lighting, not dramatic spotlights, just steady illumination, and having trimmed bushes and trees near doors and windows. CPTED calls this natural surveillance. When offenders believe someone could see them, neighbors, drivers, or residents, they perceive higher risk and abort attempts. Cameras can help, but visibility matters more than recording. A camera no one notices is less effective than a well-lit doorway everyone sees. The third step is to strengthen territorial control. Territorial reinforcement is about signaling ownership and guardianship. Burglars are less likely to target homes that appear actively lived in and monitored. Examples include providing clear boundaries between public and private space, using fences that define but do not block visibility, having walkways that guide visitors to the front door. Also, showing signs of maintenance, such as mail collection, trimmed lawns, and clean entries matter. This is not about fortresses. It's about sending a social signal that this space is claimed. The fourth step is to reduce the reward. Situational crime prevention emphasizes reducing payoff. That means keeping valuables out of sight, using window coverings strategically, avoiding predictable patterns of absence, and securing garages, which are often overlooked entry points. Many burglaries are committed by offenders who already know what they're looking for. If they can't see reward, motivation drops sharply. The fifth step is neighborhood-level guardianship. Here, one of the strongest protective factors is informal social control. That involves having neighbors who recognize each other, shared awareness of routines, simple communication, not surveillance. This doesn't require formal watch programs. Research shows that connected communities naturally deter crime through increased perceived risk. When offenders feel like someone will notice, crime drops. Target hardening works because it doesn't rely on morality, punishment, or fear. It works because it aligns with how offenders actually make decisions. Most burglars avoid confrontation, avoid effort, avoid visibility. By quietly increasing friction at every step, target hardening prevents crime before it starts. These are not new ideas. As Oscar Newman argued long ago, the built environment can be intentionally designed to reduce crime by increasing natural surveillance, territoriality, and informal social control, without relying on fortress-like or punitive measures. Crime prevention often doesn't begin with police. It begins with design choices. Target hardening isn't about living in fear. It's about understanding opportunity. And with that, there is a strong, empirically driven argument that when opportunity disappears, crime often does too.